my God. Welcome to Geeky Cherry's Saga Sexual and Gender Acceptance channel, of course, where we talk about all the details, uncensored, unedited, of course, and always an educational viewpoint of everything else, okay? Today we'll be talking about gender and gender roles and specific gender stereotypes, identities out there, just to not to confuse you bitches, but just to enlighten you and more so. And also to all those people who say that gender is only just one or two and such, I'm here to educate you. And please, if you got something else to say, please talk to me, honey. I'm the Kiki, the cherry in between, the king, queen, everything in between. All right, so please tell me this. Let's get started. Let's talk about pronouns. So pronouns is where you refer to somebody and like, let's say for instance Cassidy. You would stereotypically say that she's she. But okay, now we have like pronouns that just include trans or other gender role and identities, such as if Cassie wants to be referred as her, she wants to be referred as she, hers, hers. And if it's a dude like Marcus, he will refer to him as he, him, his. Okay? But if they don't want to refer to nobody, but as a third person, more so, they'll be they, them, theirs. And then if they're like, they don't care to be anyone else, or just like nothing at all, they'll be zim, zine, zims, basically. And that's like the current one right now. But that's how you refer to somebody. That if you must, one thing you always want to ask somebody is their pronouns, because literally that's how you see how they identify. In a lot of cases, identify for their gender-based conformity. For me, so for instance, let's get started. Most of them will be like gender expression, gender fluid. Gender fluidity is basically someone who's fluid through like all genders, such as for myself, I'm gender fluid as well, or we call ourselves gender queer, meaning I do not just identify as just male. I also identify as female, none at all, non-conformity, and other identities as well. And gender is the status of what identifies of yourself, not to others. No, because once you identify yourself, then others could know what you're where you're about and everything. It's importance of people who just identify for their same sex or everything out. We call you cisgender, cis male, cis female, cis woman, a lot of other stuff. People who don't, they're more so with like pangender, trans. Trans can also be an umbrella term for other things such as two-spirit, gender fluid, gender questioning, gender queer, non-binary, a lot of other stuff, agender as well. That literally does not identify anything, and a lot of other stuff. I encourage you guys. I will read off like some of the terms to you guys. So, agender is no gender or genderless, meaning that at times I don't care. I'm an alien, more so, or just I don't identify no gender because I don't give a crap. And going down. Some of these words I try to bear with me because some of these words is like wow. Arguments is identity to like gender wise more likely is like wise with you identify it but you don't in a sense, so it's kind of like yeah but not really. So that's what I got from that. And two gender is two genders who can be identified as both and more between the other. So you could say I just identify as female, male, and come to this as well. Like come with it as well. Just those two genders, nothing else. Not the third person, just two. Cisgender is, like I said, who's the ones who identify gender who is the same, identify as the same sex where they were assigned at birth. Gender wise, people who are like myself who do not identify as what I was born with, or and special. And cisgender is more so straights, but though it's not putting no shade out there. Will be more so with people who just identify and use cisgender. Demigender is feeling a practical but not fully. So you're not like fully that, but you are in a sense connecting to a particular gender identity. Also called demi boy, demi girl as well. Yes, and gender fluid is something like myself moves between genders, and their gender is not something that they or anyone can pin down and define. Meaning, it's like it's not even just like a what day you are or what day you is and like kind of bullshit like that. No, it's basically at certain days and certain times and the way I'm feeling or more so how I present myself during the day. I move to genders and I am very fluid with my gender and how I do my cross-dressing more so with like being me, being free-spirited and a lot of other things. Moving on, gender fluids. Having a gender that varies in intensity or degree over a timer, relating to but distant from gender fluid. Don't get twisted with gender fluid and gender fluids. It's close, but not until a degree. It's like their own paradox, their own like world in a way. It gets tricky with gender and how you identify with that. You just gotta also talk to the person who represent that. More times out of 10, it's more so you get to know more how they go day-to-day life and more so with that. I just putting that out there. Gray gender, abbreviation about their gender identity expression, but who identifies at least practically with a gender or defined or not outside the binary. So basically saying they could identify as male, but it's maybe their full identity is something outside the binary, nothing that's not concrete or set in stone. Yeah. Eat my pizza dippers. Okay. There's a lot more, and everyone knows transgender. Transgender is a self-identity that does not conform to the biological thing of sex, and is a correlation notation to male or female gender. So you're transforming into female or male. Do not get twisted on gender fluid, a lot of other genders that's like, okay, so you're trans. No, not in a sense. Trans is an identity, an umbrella, incorporate to all these terms of gender roles. And so basically what I'm saying is it's like a spectrum that connects everything else with it. And how you identify in a lot of other identities and expressions throughout gender or genderless identities. Yes, I know it may be confusing and all, but bear with me. This is very informational and really it expresses people to be who they are and who they want to be. And for the bitches out there that see like they want to say gender is fake and all that other stuff, I dare you guys to come talk to me. Come talk to me because I can enlighten you, educate you, and everything else, honey. Because, honey, it's ignorant to just say, oh, you're such and such, and yet you don't talk to nobody who's representing that or sit down and have a conversation. I behoove you to come and talk to this contrary as an inside such and such. But I got two more identities I want to express. Pangender. Experience a wide range of gender may feel that they experience gender beyond their abilities to describe beyond those of which they're currently recognized. So they may be, in a sense, experience gender, but they experience way beyond the paradigms of just being that certain role and defining that certain role to be just more in depth and more beyond just like the chart and rules, regulations towards gender and everything. Trigender, last one. One shifts between among the stereotypes behavior of male, female, and third gender. So they, which trigender, it shifts between it, like it does the stereotypical, like, you know, how man does it, how women does it, and how someone that doesn't identify as all. It shifts to each one of those, but not really identifying with just those. Like, just like, oh, I'm a male now. No, they do the stereotypes, the behavioral issue, like the mental aspect on that one. And then with trigender and a lot of other stuff. So, you know. But that's a small taste of what's gender and a lot of other stuff. So this is only part one. I'll bring part two soon and all of that. Keep getting enlightening, kiddies. You heard it from here, Kiki Cherry, the one and only. Because if you don't know, now you know, uncensored, unedited. Yes, honey. Like Cardi B said, yes. Ow. Okay. Yes, I'm the key that turns it on, key on. And I hope to see you guys soon. Okay. Yes. Bye.